Good morning, guys, and welcome to another video. Today, I have a scheme. And this isn't just any scheme, it's a money-making scheme. And I'm going to make money in the most unusual way. I'm going to sell things. I know, it's crazy, but I plan to sell things in 3 different places, and I have a target of making a $100 profit. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, the first thing that we're going to be selling is junk. We're going to bring this all to a e-tech recycler's place, and I guess the only reason that we're bringing it is because this has been sitting in our basement for so long, and this was all from our old computer setup and our old TV setup. This is the thing from the speakers and our old monitor. The only thing that we're going to be selling, though, is this PC, because that's the only thing that they'll actually pay you for. The rest you just pay, like, I don't know, a few cents per pound. We also have a laptop we were going to bring, but we cannot find it. I literally turned the house upside down trying to find it, and that would have been maybe an extra few dollars. But for now, this is all that we're going to bring there. After I packed up, my dad and I headed out, and it was supposed to be maybe a 15-minute drive there, but traffic had other plans for us. We basically pulled up and unloaded our stuff. The guy was super helpful in doing that. I have no footage of anything, but he made us pull up onto this ramp, and then we were pretty much done. Alright, we just got done dropping all that stuff off at the tech recycling place, and we're stopped at AutoZone right now to get some oil change supplies, but we made $5 whole off of that computer, which I think is pretty insane. But otherwise, we had to pay for everything else, so we spent close to $35 dropping off everything else. But I'm just going to count the profit, so we'll just add that to our total. We'll just disregard the $35 extra that we spent on dropping that stuff off. But it's time to sell some other stuff. It's a brand new day, and it's time to reveal the second location that I'm going to be selling things in. I'm sure you never guessed it, Facebook Marketplace. I'm only selling there because my aunt brought down some shoes when my cousins came over yesterday, and she wanted me to try to sell them on Facebook. First up are these Merrill slip-ins, which honestly are pretty nice. They have almost brand new tread, no wear on the logo, as you can see, but my cousin said that these can go for $110 because he saw them for $110 at Tractor Supply, and I looked it up myself on Amazon, and they also start at $110. The second pair, a pair of all white leather Vans. These are super nice and they're brand new. They have absolutely no wear on them, and they're just very pretty shoes, but they are small shoes. I think they're 6.5, so we might have trouble selling them because of the size. And then lastly, had a pair of Adidas Sambas, which I think are size 7.5. The thing is, there's wear on the inside, but there isn't any wear on the soles, which doesn't make any sense to me. I think I can sell these for a good price because, you know, these start very high. But the story behind the Sambas and the Vans are my uncle works at a mountain resort where a ton of rich people go, and they love to go to the shops and everything. But he found these 2 boxes of shoes in the garbage. Just, I can't imagine having that much money to just be able to throw away brand new shoes like that. That just boggles my mind, and just the needless waste. So I'm probably going to give them part of the profit of these shoes if I am able to sell them, because they so generously are letting me sell these. But they did get them for free at his work, so I need to share at least part of the money for them. I started with taking photos of the shoes. I know from previous experience that taking photos is the most crucial part of selling things on Marketplace, because if your photos look like crud, no one wants to click on your listing. I made sure to take pictures of the tops, the soles, the insoles, and just showcase everything about the shoes. I then scrolled Marketplace to see what other people are selling my shoes for, and not gonna lie, these yellow Sambas are pretty tough. Sambas were going for about $70 to $80 and Vans were going for about $40 to $50. I then uploaded my photos and started posting all the shoes that I had. In my description, I always try to be polite and informational so that people know you mean business, because if your description is message me for more details, then you're not going to be selling your item very fast. In essence, you just want good first impressions. After one day, I already had 86 clicks on the Sambas and 29 clicks on the Vans, so I have high hopes that these things will sell very quickly. It's probably time that I introduce the third place I'll be selling things at, and that is Plato's Closet. If you don't know what Plato's is, it is a thrift store that will actually pay you to bring your items there, depending on the quality and the demand. I brought these heels, these jeans, this hat, and these cleats. We walked in to see what we could get for them, and as soon as I saw the beautiful Nikes on the wall, I knew this place was not messing around. They were very pricey though. We put the items in a bag, and my dad was with me, so he signed the waiver and got everything set up to sell it, but the lady at the desk told us that it would take an hour to an hour and a half to evaluate the items, and we didn't have that kind of time. So she gave us the choice to either take the items back or just come back another time. We chose to take the items back. So in the end, we walked out full-handed with our bag of items. The Sambas were super popular with 232 clicks on the listing. Overall, I had 266 total clicks on each listing. But guess how many messages? 0. Dude, come on. I then renewed the listings and waited for the messages to start pouring in. That's everything that I have left of this whole ordeal. That's due to the fact that it's very hard to sell things on Marketplace. If you've never sold something on Facebook, here's basically how it goes. Let's say you put on 3 pairs of shoes, each of them for around $70. You either sell them at $30 below your listed price, or you just don't sell them. I did not sell my shoes. Even though I had 600 total clicks on all of my listings, I only got one message, and here's how the conversation went. The lady said, "I can pick these up tomorrow," and I say, "Okay, cool. What time?" End of conversation. That's the reality of Facebook. People will message you about something and then completely ghost you without any follow-up. So I took everything else to Plato's Closet, and they paid me a total of $55. And it's not much, but it's pretty good all things considering. $55 is due to the fact that they take the original price of the item, then they take half of that is what they're going to sell it for, and then they give you a third of what they're going to sell it for. So in the case of the Sambas, their starting price is $120. They take half of that, which is $60, and then take a third of that, which is $20. Same with the Vans, so I got $40 from that, and then I sold the jeans for a few more bucks. I did learn, however, that Plato's Closet is extremely selective in what they have. They only really take things that apply to today's current trends, so this is all the stuff I have left. So to calculate the total profit that we made, I'm going to bring it up on my calculator. So if we disregard the $30+ that we spent taking junk to the tech recycling place, we made $5, and if we take the money that we made from Plato's Closet, that's $55. 5 plus 55 obviously equals 60. But since I have to pay my cousins what I owe them for giving me the shoes to sell, that's $20 that I have to take away from the $40, which brings us down to a grand total of $40. So I was just editing this video, and it probably seems like my math is a little screwy, but what I mean by all this is that we gained $5 from the e-tech recyclers, we gained $55 from Plato's Closet, equaling out to $60. I made $40 off of the shoes alone, and I promised my cousins half of the profits from the shoes, which means I have to take off $20 from the $40, making 20, and then $60 minus 20 equals 40. So we made $40 in total. So sorry about that. Back to the video. That's about $60 away from the $100 total profit goal. But that's fine, because what matters is we tried, and you as the viewer can now have a more accurate representation of what actually goes on at Facebook and at an e-recycling place and at Plato's Closet. If you want to try this for yourself, just grab something inside your house and post it on Facebook Marketplace. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, and if you want to see more content like this, subscribe. Have a great rest of your day, and God bless.